I'm continuing my reading. What I'm doing in this series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am reading in a chronological order of events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be skipping around a little bit as I move along. Just recently, I read the last 5 chapters in the Book of the Judges, because even though they are the last chapters in that book, they actually take place near the beginning. Exactly where is a little hard to place, and so I just put them kind of in the middle. Right now, I am returning to the middle of Judges, and we will be picking up in chapter 13 for this video. Now, in chronological order here, we've just had Jephthah, the good judge. He was a great judge. He was followed by Ibzan, Elon, and Abdon. Now we're getting into the story of Samson, but I will point out that in order for the timeline to really work well, these early chapters, chapter 13, 14, and 15, these are the 3 chapters of Samson's early life before he was a judge. And those years take place during the time of Ibzan, Elon, and Abdon. Now, just to give a little bit of a preface to this, Ibzan was of Bethlehem, so he was of Judah. He was near Jerusalem, over by the Dead Sea. Elon was of Zebulun, which is up in the north, and Abdon was in the land of Ephraim. There you go. Samson is of Dan. So these guys are all in different places. So Samson would have been a young man during these 3 guys' judgeship, because none of them judged very long. 7 years, 10 years, and 8 years, I believe. So a total of 25 years. So Sam's younger years were during their judgeship, and now the stories we read here are later on. The first story here, chapter 13, probably takes place near the beginning of Ibzan's judgeship. After that, we go to when Samson's an adult, which is probably near the end of Abdon's judgeship. So, sorry for rambling so much without even reading, but I wanted to get that clarified, that, again, the chronology of the Book of Judges is not exact, and it's kind of hard to place everything, but with all the other judges, we only know about them from when they started judging to when they ended, when their judgeship ended. With Samson, we're given a little bit of his life before he became a judge. Anyways, let us get into this. Chapter 13. Israel in Philistine bondage for 40 years. An angel comes to Manoah's wife and promises a son who shall begin to deliver Israel. The angel comes again. He ascends in a flame from the altar. Samson is born, and the Spirit of the Lord moves upon him. Okay. And the children of Israel did evil again in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord delivered them into the hand of the Philistines 40 years. And there was a certain man of Zorah, of the family of the Danites, whose name was Manoah, and his wife was barren, and bare not. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto the woman, and said unto her, Behold now, thou art barren, and bearest not. But thou shalt conceive, and bear a son. Now therefore beware, I pray thee, and drink not wine, nor strong drink, and eat not any unclean thing. For lo, thou shalt conceive, and bear a son, and no razor shall come on his head. For the child shall be a Nazarite unto God from the womb, and he shall begin to deliver Israel out of the hand of the Philistines. Okay, just a note here. Now, this is the angel's coming, but it says that they were in bondage to the Philistines for 40 years. Now, this is unlikely to have affected all of Israel. This is, again, probably local. Dan and Judah were the 2 tribes that bordered the land of the Philistines in the southwest along the Mediterranean coast. So they're the ones that were really in bondage to the Philistines. possibly Simeon as well, since he was contained within Judah. This 40 years didn't end until the time of Saul. So when it says they were in bondage to the Philistines for 40 years, this doesn't mean it was 40 years before the birth of Samson. It means 40 years total. And during that 40 years of bondage, Samson is born to be a deliverer for Israel. So the 40 years probably started, probably in the time of Elon the Zebulunite, after Ibzan, because Ibzan was from Judah. He probably was a good judge, probably kept the Philistines out. But it probably started sometime in the time of Elon, possibly Abdon. But it continued through until the end of Samson and into the time of Samuel before Saul became king. Now, I've already talked way too long on this, so I did want to mention the law of the Nazarite is given, I believe, in Numbers. And the three basic things about the law of the Nazarite is in Numbers chapter 6. That's it. The three main things: they can't touch any grape products. No wine, no juice, not even moist. Not even moist grapes, sorry. Second, they're not allowed to touch any dead body, whether they're related to them or not. Third, they're not allowed to cut their hair. Now, usually this is supposed to be a temporary thing, but this is the Manoah's wife, who we're never given a name for some reason, but she is told that he is to be a Nazarite from the womb, meaning even before he is born. Oh, sorry, my lights went out. Even before he is born, sorry. Meaning even before he was born, he was to be following these things. This is why she is told to drink no wine and come and eat no unclean thing. Because while she is pregnant with him, she has to live like a Nazarite. Anyways, let us see if we can get through this now that I've rambled so much. Verse 6. Then the woman came and told her husband, saying, A man of God came unto me, and his countenance was like the countenance of an angel of God, very terrible. But I asked him not whence he was, neither told he me his name. But he said unto me, Behold, thou shalt conceive and bear a son, and now drink no wine nor strong drink, neither eat any unclean thing, for the child shall be a Nazarite to God from the womb to the day of his death. Then Manoah entreated the Lord, and said, O Lord, let the man of God which thou didst send come again unto us, and teach us what we shall do unto the child that shall be born. And God hearkened to the voice of Manoah, and the angel of God came again unto the woman as she sat in the field. But Manoah, her husband, was not with her. And the woman made haste, and ran, and shewed her husband, and said unto him, Behold, the man hath appeared unto me, that came unto me the other day. And Manoah arose, and went after his wife, and came to the man, and said unto him, Art thou the man that spakest unto the woman? And he said, I am. And Manoah said, Now let thy words come to pass. How shall we order the child, and how shall we do unto him? And the angel of the Lord said unto Manoah, Of all that I said unto the woman, let her beware. She may not eat of anything that cometh of the vine, neither let her drink wine or strong drink, nor eat any unclean thing. All that I commanded her, let her observe. Now, I do want to mention real briefly that Manoah's wife sees the angel. He gives her this, tells her about her future son and this command. She tells Manoah. Manoah does not question it. He believes her. But he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know how to act with this. He doesn't know what to do with this information. And he prays to God, says, give us a little more information. So God sends the angel back, and this is what we have. There really isn't any new information here, but I think it was, to a large extent, Manoah didn't really question it, but to some degree, I think he doubted himself and possibly his wife that they would be chosen and how they would act. But there's no indication that he didn't believe what she had told him. Verse 15. And Manoah said unto the angel of the Lord, I pray thee, let us detain thee until we shall have made ready a kid for thee. And the angel of the Lord said unto Manoah, Though thou detain me, I will not eat of thy bread. And if thou wilt offer a burnt offering, thou must offer it unto the Lord. For Manoah knew not that he was an angel of the Lord. And Manoah said unto the angel of the Lord, What is thy name? That when thy sayings come to pass, we may do thee honor. And the angel of the Lord said unto him, Why askest thou thus after my name, seeing it is secret? So Manoah took a kid with a meat offering, and offered it upon a rock unto the Lord. And the angel did wondrously, and Manoah and his wife looked. For it came to pass, when the flame went up toward heaven from off the altar, that the angel of the Lord ascended in the flame of the altar. And Manoah and his wife looked on it, and fell on their faces to the ground. But the angel of the Lord did no more appear to Manoah and to his wife. Then Manoah knew that he was an angel of the Lord. And Manoah said unto his wife, We shall surely die, because we have seen God. But his wife said unto him, If the Lord were pleased to kill us, he would not have received a burnt offering and a meat offering at our hands, neither would he have shewed us all these things, nor would as at this time have told us such things as these. And the woman bare a son, and called his name Samson. And the child grew, and the Lord blessed him. And the Spirit of the Lord began to move him at times in the camp of Dan, between Zorah and Eshtal. So, two other things here that I have to mention is Manoah seems to have assumed either that this was God or, a divine being that was worthy of worship in some degree. And he's offering to feed him. It seems that the offer is not just to provide him a meal so he's filled, but to offer a sacrifice to him. As it says in Exodus, Numbers, a sacrifice of sweet savors. Like, this is how you worship back then. This is how they would have worshipped. They would have made the offering. And the angel says, you make the offering, I can't accept it because I'm not God. That's not my place to accept those kind of offerings. Manoah makes the offering anyways, and makes it in the name of the Lord like he's supposed to. And the angel, as the fire rises off the altar, the angel rises up too. And that's when Manoah, he gets scared. Says, wait a minute. We actually saw an angel here. We're going to be killed. And this is the two reactions people generally have to seeing angels in the scriptures, especially people who aren't used to it, we'll say. The prophets generally have better reactions, but the two main reactions, well, even the prophets sometimes, we have the two main reactions are, one, to fall down and worship him, and two, to think you're going to be killed for seeing him. Manoah had both reactions. I think it's kind of funny. But Manoah's wife logically reasons that if God was going to kill him, why would he have the guy appear to him in the first place? Why not just strike him dead? It's not that they purposely went and spied on an angel. The angel came to them. So why would they die? And I like that. That's a logical conclusion. Anyways, we're going to leave that here and pick it up in the next chapter.